Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN. Week 11 of the NFL on ESPN is coming your way, and we can just about see the playoffs coming over the horizon. We should have a pretty good one here, as we've got a couple of teams in action that are in dire need of a W. Falcons, Giants. Now.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Hi, and welcome to Giant Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens. Here with me in the booth, my longtime associate, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, this game has got a playoff atmosphere with a chance at the #1 spot in the division at stake.
Well, the pressure's on, Dan. You better believe it. Can secure #1 in their division with a win. And with these kind of matchups, it all comes down to rhythm. Whatever team can establish an offensive and defensive rhythm earliest will come away with the win.
And now let's go down to the coin toss. The signal, and we're ready. Feely kicks it off to begin the game. Joyce decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 26. Susie Giants will start this drive at their own 26-yard line. Barber picks up 6 on the play, and that brings... Toomer pulls in a lob here, and they convert on 3rd down. Warner fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Vick throws a beauty to the right side. And the reception's made at the 36. Finally stopped at the 49. Vick lofts this one out to the left, and he connects at the 20. 10. Brought down hard at the 4. It'll be 1st and goal. Dunn takes the handoff and heads upfield. He's in for the touchdown.
Work done. Gains a lot on this play, but it wasn't all him. Watch. Yep, he owes everything to those blockers, baby. After the catch, good job.
23-yard line. Toomer didn't haul that one in, and it falls in. Warner throws a heater, and they can't connect. Incomplete.
I kill you. They go to nickel.
Beasley hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Jukes again gets free. Popped hard at the 45. Dunn will get stopped at the line, and that brings up 4th down. As they start off at their own 22-yard line. Toomer catches it in the flat and picks up 4 on the... And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Falcons are out in front, 7-0. Toomer grabs the bullet, and they get the first on 3rd and long. It looks... Warner airs this one to the left sideline, and it's not reeled in. Incomplete.
Jason Webster.
Warner unloads this one to the left, and it's tipped. Incomplete pass.
Amani Turner.
1-yard line. Dunn takes this one way out left and takes it upfield. Eventually tackled at the 32. It will be 1st down. Crumpler reels in the football and is at the 45. Hunted down at the 27. 1st down.
Oh, I want some more.
Dunn picks up 6 on the play, and that brings up 2nd down. Vick gets all of his arm into this pass, and it's intercepted. Brought down at the 20. Barber takes it for his 5th carry and heads wide right. Dragged down at the 26. Hilliard catches it over the middle, and he will be short of the markers. Fourth down coming up. Yard line. Dunn has his number called on first down and chews up about 4. Dunn gets the call again and heads out right. No one in front of him. 25, 10, 5, touchdown.
Work done. Dust the defense with this here. Oh, perfect spin move.
That's another visit to the end zone for him, and he has some nice stats so far. Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN Halftime Report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now let's take a look at the halftime stats. And boy, look at the difference in rushing yards. The Giants are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. Brian Finneran is going to run a great route here. Have a look as he creates some space and is able to bring this in. A 43-yard play that set up a Falcon touchdown. The Falcons strike first and go up by 7. Giants now early in the second quarter. Kurt Warner would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Falcons midway through the second. Falcons winning by 7. Sean Williams was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Falcons have it again. Work well done on the carry here as they work the ground game. This is a nice run. A 59-yard touchdown for the Falcons. And that's where we'll leave this one. Giants are down at the half, 14-0. And now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Work well done has been unstoppable. And now let's
Dunn gains 3 yards, and that will bring up Vick. Fires this one over the middle, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete. Manning zings it to the right side, and it's intercepted. Stopped at the 43. Vick uncorks this to the left sideline, and it's complete for a first down and a whole lot more. Williams sacks him way back at the 25.
My face.
3rd and long. Crumpler grabs the fastball over the middle, and he's well short of the marker. Field goal unit is on the field. Feely kicks from 37 yards out and has it sailed just left to the up. Jockey grabs the floater right sideline, and he's
Take what you can get, Dan, but they were hoping for more.
Second down, 2 receivers to the left. Tackled at the 36. Dunn is at the 50. Finally dropped at the 49. It will be first. Dunn goes right up the middle and gets tackled short of the markers. That will bring up. Toomer makes the catch on the right sideline, and that's. Manning throws a beauty to the right side, and it's intercepted. Dragged down at the 32. Dunn picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up 4th down. Feely with the 43-yard attempt, and he misses this one to the right. Toomer didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete. Manning puts his arm into this one, and it's off. Incomplete. Toomer catches the hard throw, and he's short of the first. The clock continues.
Yeah, but they didn't let him convert. It's still going to go to fourth down.
4th and short.
Okay, bring him out. Bring him out. Bring out the chains.
No first, baby, no first. No first, baby, no first.
Tackled at the 43. Dunn will get the carry on 3rd down, and the Giants take a timeout. That's their final one. Manning dumps this one off, and it's caught at the 32. Tackled, and Chucky rips down the lob, and he's got the first. The clock continues to tick. Bryant boots it from 50 yards out, and he misses this one to the right. Nothing. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, Dan, thank you. So this one is in the books as we welcome you all to our ESPN Video Games post-game show. I'm Chris Berman. The Falcons stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. We'll pick up the action midway through the 3rd quarter. Chris Draft would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Falcons have it off an interception. Ball at the 42. Michael Vick connected with his man on this one. The Giants, after a missed field goal, Giants back by 14. Corey Hall is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Giants on D, Brian Scott, was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Giants behind 14-0. Ettrick Pruitt would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The ball at their own 35-yard line. Jeremy Shockey is going to come up with a big play here in the deep ball. Have a look. A 31-yard play that set up a Giant field goal, but they couldn't connect. And that's where we'll leave this one. Falcons win this one 14-0. Now let's talk to a player who was instrumental in their dominant running game and is our player of the game. Warwick, well done, was kind enough to give us a moment of his time, and he's on the field with Susie Culver. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You really came up big, and you helped your team put this game away. What gave you guys the edge today?
Man, defensively, our DBs did a great job today. They did well on coverage and providing good run support. This is really a good game for them.
Back to you, Chris.
Thanks for tuning in.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Jets decisively win by 17 points. The Packers won this contest, but will stay at the 3rd place in the NFC North. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Raiders win their 4th game of the year. Fred Taylor played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Lance Schulters will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Nick Barnett sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. It's a broken arm, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Lance Schulters is going to find himself in street clothes for the time being, and that'll be a major blow to this club. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Falcons, Giants. Warwick, well done. Got the football here. And you know what? This was all individual effort as he broke off a big one. The Falcons win this one by the final score of 14-0. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Aronde Gadsden will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 6 years, $4.1 million.
Hines Ward nabbed 2 touchdown passes and helped his Steelers beat the Bengals. In the land of the crab cakes, Baltimore, we had the Ravens squeak to a 1-point victory. Cardinals, Panthers. Emmitt Smith is taking a look at the defense behind the quarterback at his own 14-yard line. Whoop! There he goes with a beautiful spin. Celebrate a touchdown. The Cardinals go on to win this by the final score of 24-3. Up in Seattle Stadium, we had the Seahawks stroll away with a 14-point win. The Buccaneers defense held their opponents to under 150 passing yards in their win at Tampa. The Colts lost on the road and will have to travel again next week to meet the Lions. Broncos, Saints. The Lions. Garrison, first I look at the Hurst. He's backed up in his own territory. Tries to bounce outside. He'll have the first down. Shakes another tackle. Goes down the sidelines. Wait a minute. Yes, the ref said his feet were in. He could go all the way. 73 yards. The Broncos win this one by the final score of 10-9. The Bills won this contest but will stay at the second place in the AFC East. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Redskins pick up their 6th win of the year. Reggie Swinton stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. And in our final game, we had the Patriots come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my prime-time players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.